shenanigans and other stuff that YouTube was doing to me. COPPA and politics and 13 years old and all this stuff. I can't wait until I get to talk about politics on this channel. Maybe later. In the meantime, I'm going to get this pulled up. I'm going to give the phone back to its original owner. Hold on a second. Take me down. Here's the link. I copied it for you. Let me show you how to make it. What I did instead, I already copied it. Whatever you want to say. No, I just want you to do it on the plate. I don't want to do it right. Well, later I will be off. Are you live right now? What are you doing? You're down here. I know, but I don't have the link unless I'm live. I'll have the link. How are you live when you're down here? I need the link. There's one. And the link is also on here. Where is it? Video. This, yeah. That's only. Oh, yeah, that right there. You just close. Share it with whoever you want. I don't care. Just as long as I get views. Okay. System seems to be working for me now. Are we good? Good. On with the show. Hey, get people watching. Does live chat work? It works. Not like I needed to, because people watching it will be watching it for watching's sake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download this to my computer and I'm going to upload it as a video on the live channel later. I was not afraid of that. I've had it happen to me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the past. So 5th time the charm, as I am now allowed to say. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you want to take me down. I ain't here for it, because I got other weapons in this tool shed than you think. I ain't here for it. And I'll be more than happy to appeal it to you and start over on another channel where I will most likely resume the list there. Rolling Stone Magazine. 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 Ah, yes. Yes, I love doing that to people around the room. Since that's kind of what I do, I enjoy it. Please, I beg of you, don't take me down, but I got weapons. I got weapons. I got weapons. I got weapons. Don't take me seriously. You can see my mouth. Don't take me seriously, you two. Don't. We don't need it. We don't need it here. That's something funny I'm going to do to them. Rolling Stone magazine in 2020 decided we're going to do a complete revamping of their 500 greatest albums of all time list, which was formerly their most popular list. I've seen this list. I know this list backwards and forwards, so I thought perfect time to react to this live. That would be the first thing I would do on my new channel. Taken down. So now we're here. If you're here, share it. Share it, please. I don't care if you leave. Share it for me so I get traffic. It would be nice if I could hit 10 people. Did somebody just like my stream? Somebody like my stream? People are watching too. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Folks, you're saints for getting here. Whoever's here, comment in the chat who you are. Actually, I might be able to see the participants. No, I'm not. How to see who is on your live stream. Share whoever you are. I think I know who you are. I think I know who you are. I'm not going to say your name, but I think I know who you are. Thank you very much. Please share it with a couple of your friends that I happen to know that I like to hang. Oh, and you just left. I hope he or she left to share my stream. Share it with folks. If you get here, I'm going to keep saying this. Share it and subscribe. Well, not subscribe. Don't subscribe here. Subscribe over there. And I'll link those at the end of the night. Rolling Stone magazine has a bad habit of making bad rankings. I don't like it. I don't buy stuff like that. I don't do it. I don't like reaction videos. Like I did one a couple weeks ago on Thanksgiving, but I quit because chat got disabled. I hope chat doesn't get disabled tonight. I hope. Oh, people are sharing, and sharing is caring. It's probably my mom doing most of the work. So thank you very much. I know you're not watching because no one is, but thank you very much. Traffic. Speaking of traffic, I want to see traffic on this list, but I want to see like a bigger variety of music. So here's my first thing I'm going to talk about. What is your criteria, Rolling Stone? So here's how they did this. They polled 300 people to do top 50 albums list. I'm just going to look through that list and I'm going to cherry pick who I think is worthy and who's not worthy and who I'm kind of mad at. I'm looking at voters. I'm not too overly mad at it. Here's my thing. If you're not, let's say we made a music hall of fame. if you're not into that hypothetical music hall of fame by the release of this list, you shouldn't be voting. You shouldn't be voting. I should not have to say this because Tara Wack is a voter. Tara Wack is a voter. She is a weird avant-garde rapper, and my distaste for rap music is going to come out tonight. What? 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 Tell them to text it to lunch people. Tell them to text people. No yellow line at the top. No yellow line at the top. 2 likes, 0 viewers. My dad can't get in because YouTube hacked his phone. I know, yes, really, YouTube hacked his phone. I know that's kind of funny. Yeah, but number 500 is Arcade Fire's Funeral. I admit I have not listened to most of the albums on this list. I'm not going to drop my age here, but insert age here, young. Don't comment in the chat if you will. I'll delete the comment and I'll block you. But like, I know a website that I belong to called Best Ever Album that, like, I think they put this at like 13. Best Ever Album's a pretty good site. I got news for you. Check out Best Ever Albums. Your life will be better for it. Get an account. They say don't create multiple user accounts, but I've had several accounts that have not worked on there, so I've had to in the past. Now, here's the thing about Best Ever Albums. I don't mean to get off topic here. Every single solitary time, there's somebody that's gonna go watch and go to Best Ever Albums, and then it's gonna be filed in their spam folder. Check your spam folder, people. Not everything in your spam folder is spam. Listen to my words. Hear them loudly and clearly. So I think Funeral maybe a little low. I don't want to judge. Next on, Rufus Shaka Khan. Ask Rufus. I'm particularly an expert with night music from 1955 to 1990, maybe even a little later. I gotta say I'm not gonna listen to this album probably ever. That's not really who I am. I'm not really. I might listen to a Shaka Khan album someday. I don't know if I'd listen to this one as my first choice. But like people, Shaka Khan. Did Shaka Khan get into the Rock and Roll Hall? They didn't let Shaka Khan didn't get in there. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan is. I know saying Shaka Khan like 20 times seems so weird, and I absolutely love it. Shaka Khan. She's over. No, I don't mean overrated. I mean underrated musical artist. When we talk about musical females, like we love to celebrate like Aretha Franklin and Carole King, stuff like that. But why don't we talk about Shaka Khan? Like Shaka Khan's pretty good. Up next, 498, Suicide Self-Titled. Never listened to it. Apparently, it's a New York punk. Synth punk. Well, my hockey player's soul is getting to me. A synth punk record. It looks like something that would fit me very well. So remind me to listen to this bad boy when and if you get the chance. I was trying to get that green dot to go up. I want everybody to yell. Yeah! No. I can't seem to get past the third decimal mark. Yeah! Oh, yeah, I did it. I did it with the third thing. I made it halfway there. Yeah. Did Bruce Springsteen cover Suicide Live? Hold on, let me look that up. What? Like he covered Dream Baby Dream. I don't know that song. Who am I to judge? I don't think it's on this album. The only song mentioned is a 10-minute epic called Frankie Teardrop. I'm not the biggest fan of long songs, but some long songs work. Oh, late night listening to Frankie Teardrop, a 10-minute plus tale of a multiple murder is not recommended. Yeah, I bet. Next, 497. Various artists. The Indestructible Beat of Soweto. South African music. Oh, and they call it world music instead of word. Where do we get world music from? Where? I really, really, really want to know. I really want to know. Where did Western civilization of the 1980s get that from? That being said, yeah, I understand it. Influence on Graceland, Paul Simon. And I've never heard of Ladysmith Black Mambazo. Ladysmith Black. Oh, so South African group. They've been around for 62 years. Dang. Maybe I should check Ladysmith's Black Mambazo out too. It's a weird name though. 496 Shakira, ¿Dónde están los ladrones? Let me talk about Shakira for a moment. Shakira is the single most boring Latin artist that I've ever heard. I know some great Latin music. It's called Latin jazz. It's called fusion. Like the Stan Getz fall under that umbrella. Like, he's okay. No, I haven't listened to Stan Getz. I've looked at. I know who Stan Getz is. Tito Puente. I've listened to a little bit of him. And like Santana. Let's compare Shakira to Santana. Shakira, the woman who ripped off Led Zeppelin Kashmir from Physical Graffiti, an album I'm 99% positive we're going to see on this list. As a matter of fact, we might. And I'm sure we'll also see Santana at Braxis. But like, she ripped that off at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. Like, not just any football game, the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, I'm not saying it was as bad as Jennifer Lopez's one this year, last year. Who's doing it this year? Oh, The Weeknd. Oh, I'm sorry. The Weeknd. No, The Weeknd did it last year. That one was weird. I'm gonna have to watch that one again. That one was weird, and it was kind of cool. It's Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. Basically, the entire top 100 of this list. That's a good joke I can make there. There's a joke. There's some jokes to be made at this list. Boyz II Men 2 at 495. I knew at some point I was going to have to talk about a band like Boyz II Men. Now here comes the ceremony of me talking about Boyz II Men. Can I confess something with my audience? Is my audience really just my mother or not? Hold on a second. Are you the viewer? Are you the one viewing? Yeah, like, tell people to share it. Like, sharing to sharing to sharing to sharing to sharing. I'm gonna make a huge confession here too. I'm gonna confess to my viewers. Until I was about 8 or 9 years old, country music was the only thing I listened to. I know, like, what the hell does that have to do with Boyz II Men? Well, 7 years later, they covered a song called I Swear, which was originally done by John Michael Montgomery. Now, I know some cheesy country. One of these days, I'm going to have to talk about cheesy country. Cheesy country, cheesy country, cheesy country. But, hold on, did she rejoin the stream? Did you rejoin? You told everybody to share, right? No, because I said it's not made for kids and it's a live stream. And it won't If she'll give me your phone, I don't know where it is. I'm sorry I've had to interrupt my confession like 8 times. But like, the big deal, I listened to nothing but country music for the first 9, 10-ish years of my life. Not long ago did I start listening to like stuff like country or not. I still listen to country on occasion. And we'll talk about my favorite country artist of all time. Spoiler alert, he or she is. See what I did there? See what I did there? See what I did there? I am a genius. What? They disabled chat? Disabled chat. Can we enable chat? Why is chat disabled? What? On chat. I'm so very sorry. Chat's not going well. I had it on. Yeah. I'll just let you be manager. Like, keep getting people on. No chat. Can I call a no chat? We will have no chat. Text. If you have my phone number or my email should be available for business inquiries. So go there if you want to chat with me. And then we'll invite other people into the email, of course. Or we'll just do a Google Doc and I'll text or I'll do the link. They should not have to tell the owner of the live chat to literally tell me to abide by community guidelines. They should not have to do that to me. I'm the head of the chat. Look at me. Head of chat right here. But no. Big brother. Big brother. Oh, we have another viewer just getting somebody mince pie. So he might show up tomorrow because we'll be gone for a while. I just gotta remind you, tomorrow is 2 hours away. 2 hours and a minute away. Or minute 59 away. So we better get going. I want to make it to 250 by the end of the night. We're slow. But like, I listen to nothing but country music. So when I heard Boyz II Men's cover of I Swear, I'm like, no, it's not good. I don't really like Boyz II Men that much. I'm not a big fan of "I'll Make Love to You," and I don't even think according to previous things I've done, Oh, Water Runs Dry. So they literally spent like 4 years promoting this record. Then again, I didn't. So you got your dates wrong. You got your dates wrong. Evolution is the one with ice. No. I'm pretty sure they did, I swear. I could be wrong. No, that's All for One. I'm sorry, that's All for One. All for One. Anyways, thank you. Next, somebody left. Probably my mother, who's my manager at the moment, to help me get stuff situated so we can get traffic. Like the low spark of High Heel Boys. No, just kidding. I hope we see traffic on here, but the way this list is going, no, they're too busy talking about stuff like Boys to Men and Shakira and I don't know. Ronettes presenting the fabulous Ronettes at 494. Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like Phil Spector that much. And I don't like the Ronettes that much either. Be My Baby's okay. It's been covered like 80 million times. I'm sick of hearing it on 60s Gold. Yeah, Sirius XM 60 on 6 changed their name to 60s Gold. I think that's a stupid move. That's just sad. That's just sad. If you're at 60s Gold and are watching the replay, leave 60s Gold because that channel is 60s on 6. That is not 60 Gold. That is 60s on 6. And same with 50s on 5. That is 50s on 5, not 50s Gold. And I hear they're going to do 40s Gold. That channel is 40s on 4. People have been saying that for like 8 years now since they got rid of 40s on 4. I remember when they had 40s on 4. I was like 2. But yeah. Other than that, I don't like the Ronettes' hair at all. But then again, women were not good at picking hairstyles in the 60s. They weren't. I got news for you. Walking in the Rain. I think I've heard that song. It's more like a compilation that Phil Spector put together. And when we get to Let It Be by the Beatles, I will thrash about Phil Spector. 493, Marvin Gaye, Here, My Dear. In defense of Marvin Gaye, this is on one side of me, I want to say this is not a good album. Like, this doesn't deserve to be 493 on the list. On the other side, I'm like, not necessarily a good album, but in defense of Marvin Gaye, this was a divorce record that his label made him do. And the cover shows, you can read the cover. The album should not be titled Here, My Dear. It should be titled The Marvin Gaye Divorce Album, because that's what it is, and it sounds okay. I wouldn't put it anywhere on my top 500 albums list. I mean, I'd put a couple Marvin Gaye records on here. Not that one. A Ford 92, Bonnie Raitt, Nick of Time? Apparently, yeah, this was a Grammy Album of the Year multi-platinum, dumped by a previous late, and Thing Called Love, John Hiatt cover. I'm not a big Bonnie Raitt fan, so nah. In her first. Okay, get out, 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 get out. 491, get out, get out, get out. What? Get out, get out. Somebody came in here and told me to stop repeating myself. No, get out. Harry Styles' Fine Line is in no way well. Harry Styles' Fine Line. Admittedly, I've not listened to any Harry Styles albums. I've heard bits and pieces of this record through like school and stuff because they play Harry Styles all the time. Because before that, when I was like in first grade, they would play One Direction all the time. Harry Styles did a good job on his first album. I genuinely liked it. The second go, no, and if we were seeing this on here, the first one should be on here much higher. And to be fair, no album that came out in the last 7, 8, maybe even 10 years deserves to be on this list. Because they have not had the opportunity to stand the test of time like stuff like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin and the Who and Pink Floyd and the Doors and Black Sabbath and Jimi Hendrix. They haven't had the opportunity to stand the test of time. They have not. They have not and they will not. At least until they turn 10 years old. 10th birthday, and then maybe I'll consider you. And his heroes, Joni Mitchell, David Bowie, Stan, Watermelon Sugar. I wasn't a big. 490, Linda Ronstadt, Heart Like a Wheel. We're not going to talk about Fine Line any longer. Let us now hold a funeral for Fine Line. The bagpipes play. All right, funeral's over. I'm not talking about the album or the other album. Linda Ronstadt, Heart Like a Wheel. Okay, it's basically a covers record. Hank Williams, Buddy Holly, Little Feat, and Kate and Anna McGarrigle. And Betty Everett, You're No Good. Oh, You're No Good's a great song. I don't know if I'd put it 490. I don't even know if I'd put it in my top 1,000. It sounds okay. I'm fine with it. 49, Phil Spector and various artists backed him on a compilation record. Next, 48, The Stooges, self-titled. The Kings of Punk Rock Music. Well, like early punk rock music. I don't know. Somebody left my channel probably because I was talking about the Stooges. You know when this record came out? 1969. This album is as old as Abbey Road, Let It Bleed, the first two Led Zeppelin records, Tommy by The Who. Am I missing anything? What am I missing? I know I'm missing a couple records that I find very important and worth mentioning here. This album, the songs on this album are as old as the Abbey Road Medley. And this is a punk rock album in 1969. In 1969. In 1969, somebody was doing stuff like this. I'm not gonna. I do think it should be higher. But if anything, yeah, like perfectly fine place for it. Speaking of which, number 487, Black Flag, Damaged. Okay, so before I looked at this list earlier in my life, which was like several months ago, probably like February over my school's winter break, I'm thinking, and it looks like some pretty good punk music is what I thought, and I listened to stuff like Rise Above. That one scream like, yeah. Not the not the best punk rock album. That spot is reserved for the Clash's London Calling, and since I don't listen to a lot of punk music, I'm the weird prog nerd. Uh, I can't relate to this that much. But then you compare it to number 486, John Mayer's Continuum, and you're like, what? John Mayer is an excellent guitarist. Other than that, no good. I mean, John Mayer, stop giving him hate, but at the same time, like, I'm sorry there. John Mayer Continuum, like, this is higher than two of the best punk rock albums of all time. No. And then Richard and Linda Thompson, I Want to See the Bright Lights Tonight. If you do not know this record, I'll talk to you. I have not listened to anything on it. Okay, what just fell? Oh, the charger. I've not listened to this record. I have no intentions or plans to do so. That being said, the critics love this thing. They love it. Like, if this list were done in 1995, I can almost guarantee you this would be top 100. Maybe even top 75. Maybe even top 50. I can about guarantee you. I know people, most people don't even know most people don't even know Fairport Convention, which is a darn shame because Fairport Convention have a lot of good stuff. Don't go back to their albums, but yeah. People, the critics The critics love this. The critics treat this as a solitary and whole masterpiece. And for that, I'm fine with this. 484, Lady Gaga, Born This Way, too recent. Good album, too recent. Muddy Waters, the anthology. Okay, but Muddy Waters, A, has better compilations, and 2, has better studio albums. Stop denying these 50s and early 60s people of their right to have a good studio album. He does. It's called the 1975 one. Like, he has a really good compilation and studio album with a cover of Manish Boy. Why is my screen looking so weird? Are they taking me down or what? You figured that if they take me down, they would have taken me down in the first 25, 30 minutes. The latest I've ever had is 24. So I don't know what they're doing. Okay, are we on 482? I do not know the Far Side, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side. I'm a pleb when it comes to hip hop music in general. Passing me by. Hmm. Now, Balance of Action if you're feeling sinister. I've heard, I went through this list earlier with a viewer who was supposed to be here but can't make it tonight. Well, maybe he'll be able to make it later tonight. But I want to speak to you. He moved to England, so he knows about these guys. I don't. And I exceptionally don't know about, like, stuff like this. You know a good band to put at 481? Dayton's, Ohio's own Guided by Voices. And 480, Miranda Lambert, The Way to These Wings. Okay, I can relate to this because this is country, and I would always listen at that point in my life to Sirius XM, The Highway. But, like, nah. It's too recent. This album came out at the time of the release of the article, not this video, but the article, like 4 years beforehand? 4 years. 4 years beforehand. And this is already 480. And the excuse is that this was the divorce record. Like here, my dear. This was the divorce record from Blake Shelton. Folks, let me get close to the screen. The only reason we have divorce records is people want to get divorces because it gets them media attention. It gets the media attention. It's called the entire English royal family. They do it for fortune and fame. $4.79 Selena, More Prohibido, Tex-Mex music, I want to say. Tejana music. Don't really know. She died when she was 23. I know that she was shot by the head of her fan club. I know, really. Folks, we live in a crazy world. 478. Finally, some classic rock. Something else by the Kinks. Not necessarily an album I put on my top 500 list. There's certainly much better Kinks album from both the 60s, 70s, and 80s from this band. I still do appreciate it. Kinks are an underrated band from the 60s that totally deserve your hard-earned cash money. Well, I'm gonna have to keep this charger intact. My charger's messing with the thing. Typically it works if you just leave it there. Oh, orange light is probably gonna go off. And then it's gonna turn right back on. As long as it keeps doing that, we should. I need it. I could use it. We've only had like 3 viewers the whole night, and they left because I was talking about punk music. And I'm supposed to be Kid Country who likes Morgan Wallen. Is that the dude's name? Morgan Wallen. Well, let me look him up. Yeah. Okay, what's 477? A Howlin' Wolf album. Yeah, and it's Mona in the Moonlight. Not a listener, but heard some stuff, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I admit it's pretty good. Fine, I'll just close. On second thought, I am gonna end the stream. It's just been kind of boring.